Hello, I'm Wade Henderson. Join me now for conversations with our neighbors who create visual art. This is Delta Hands. In this edition, we'll meet a sculptor whose work springs from a place that is wordless, timeless, and cross-cultural. We'll enjoy an ancient style of painting that in the hands of a Baton Rouge artist becomes something entirely new. And we'll see through the lens of a photographer who's looking for authentic human connection. We begin with John Geldersma, a sculptor who works primarily in wood. He taught for many years at USL, but now splits his time between Santa Fe and a studio in Cecilia on the west bank of Bayou Teche.
Everything is designed. Everything. I mean, these shoes are designed, these blue jeans, this microphone, that camera, food. I mean, my God, you can't go anywhere without. And what's the connecting element is the art. It's the art that's the connector to all that, but people don't think about it. I mean, I don't care what you would like. You can turn it into an art form. And that's what I was trying to instill, is what do you really want? Why beat around the bush? Why not just do what you want? Maybe 99% of what I do is in wood, but it's because of growing up in Louisiana and being surrounded, as you can see. I mean, all these, it's like, how can you not drive over the Chaffalaya and see all those beautiful cypress trees and dead trees growing there and not be moved by it, or like saying, I want to do something with it. If you can transform a tree, especially dead ones, are going to be burned anyway for firewood, into that kind of thing, it really revitalizes or vitalizes something else in the tree, or from trees or from the woods. In fact, it's an interesting combination to see the woods in its natural, because there's nothing wrong with that. My God, the trees are absolutely beautiful. But it gives them another kind of life. It's almost like an afterlife. I never thought of it that way, but it really is. It's not bad to think of. And then, of course, working with it. I love smelling it, seeing it. Now, I like working with the different kinds. And like right now, I work with a lot of aspen. Most of these, for example, are aspen because I lived in Colorado for a while. I mean, it's just what I want to do. I mean, how can you not get some raw materials, for example, and just turn it into these incredible things? And then when I went to the university, for example, I saw for the first time like a lot of African art, and I couldn't believe it. It was so beautiful and so exciting. And I thought I couldn't afford to buy any. I couldn't go to Africa, so in a way I started doing my own, not copying anything, but that kind of work connection with sort of like a ritual activity and in the dance, like in African art. I mean, really the things are functional. They're not meant to be hung on the wall. I mean, we do that, but they never did that. But it's extended and gone way beyond being interested in just African cultures, because also there was later on seeped in some influences from oceanic art from the South Pacific, and then some pre-Columbian, and even some American Indian. A lot of people see my work now and think the primary influence was from art from the artists or Indians from the Southwest, and that was not the case, because before I even went there and knew what that was all about, the work was already out. It was really like doing it really from the heart and soul without having a kind of intelligent awareness of why. It just kind of came out, and I thought that was good enough. But the older I get, and the more I read, the more I study, and the more I understand, the more fascinating it is, and the more connections I can see. It is a kind of tapping in, it is tapping in to your unconscious. There is a connection. It's an advantage almost that artists and musicians can have. Oh, artists, I mean musicians are artists too. Where you can have a direct connection to your soul, if you want to put it that way, or your unconscious. And I got the idea to do these big poles, and I really did them for me. And then during the exhibition, they were bought by Bob and Marilyn Tarpey. And I thought, God, that was odd, because I never ever thought anyone would really want the poles, as I call them. But so I did some more, and they sold. I did some more, and I could never keep them for myself. And there's something to it. I'm not really quite sure what it is, but I've heard several things from people who have them. And like someone described them as they are connectors and as some kind of grounding element. Like in Jungian psychology, that vertical line, or maybe in universal symbolism, that vertical line is a kind of a spiritual line, grounded in the earth and ascending. And maybe unconsciously it connects with people, that there's something even they're not able to describe specifically, but there is a connection there. I've been selling them all over the country. I mean, it's not just like people in Louisiana like them because they associate it with the swamp or whatever. I mean, I just sent some to Chicago and Ketchum, Idaho, and Boulder, Colorado. I had a show in Florida and continue selling them really all over the country. What I really would like to do is just sit quiet and work and get these commissions and shows out of the way and just see where it goes. And there's a lot more that's coming. And maybe what's good about it is that I really don't know what's coming up next. I have some idea sometimes. But that's one of the things I like about doing it. It's an adventure all the time. It's like it keeps coming in, and having to filter it, and sometimes unfiltered is what's really nice too. You just do it.
As Delta Hands continues, we'll see one of the oldest ways of painting and some of the oldest styles of photo processing.